So let's tell a story a little bit of, it's a mother, father, they have a little 7-year-old girl, come down for breakfast in the morning. Orange juice is sitting on the table, mom's been nice, she's fixed breakfast, comes down, little girl spills the orange juice all over herself and dad. Dad at that point in time says, "What'd you do that for? Now I've got to go change my clothes." What happens to most little 7-year-old girls if you yell at them the first thing in the morning? Well, they cry, go upstairs, she's now upset. Dad's yelled at mom, mom's upset, dad's upset. It takes her longer because you've got to settle her down before she changes her clothes. They finally get the clothes changed only to watch the bus going down the street. Any of you that are parents had that story happen in your lives? Nobody's willing to admit it because dads never yell in this room. So dad now has to take the little girl to school. They're in the car. That's pretty much how little girl's reacting to dad at this point in time. Gets to school, goes, slams the door, goes in. Dad walks into the office and one of his employees walks up and says, "You know, I've got a few things I need to do. Can you help me with it?" "No, not at this time." Because what's happened? The morning has affected. How do you think the rest of the day rolls out? Worse. It sort of goes downhill from there, unless dad's above the line, but he probably wouldn't have been above the line on his first response. Now let's tell the story again. Same event. Breakfast is down there. Little girl comes down, spills the orange juice all over dad and herself. The event doesn't change. But what happens instead is dad says, "Well, we've had our first orange juice spill for the day. Hey, you and I, let's just go run upstairs. Hey, Mom, would you go clean up? We're going to go get dressed." He chases her upstairs. They're laughing. She quickly changes her clothes. He goes and changes his, comes down. They're still giggling about the entire event. She is able to grab something, run out the door, and what's there at the street but the bus? She goes off to school. Mom and dad laugh about it. And they say, "Well, maybe next time we shouldn't probably set that orange juice there." Go into the office. Somebody asks for help. "Sure, no problem. I'd be more than happy to sit down with you." But how often does that type of, we look at that and say, "Well, dad shouldn't have gone and yelled at her." But how often in our communication do we have an event, but our response to it creates the outcome we have? Does that ever happen to any of you? I know it's happened to me. I've never yelled at my son. I've never yelled at my husband. Okay, I'm fibbing. Because that's just part of life. But part of what we have to do is we have to understand that the event that we have, plus our response to it, equals the outcome. And so we do have control of those outcomes in what it is we do.